Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed, their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Thing is half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Hey there.
And playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Tai.
Hi.
When last we left our heroes, they spent a day in rest and relaxation in the luxurious Margani Library. After some pretty dicey extraction fighting, they decided to just recuperate and study and spend their time here. Shaya, the garden snake, and Ving's newly found half-sister decided to leave her place at the Siddell estate and come to stay at the library in its safety, leaving the gang's former roommate, it would seem, is now his classification.
He'll always be our roommate in my heart.
Yeah, leaving Kaj Al Plates to live at the Siddell Manor.
Weird move on his part.
Yeah, maybe you could see him later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he fell in love with one of the servants.
Ooh.
Girlfriend.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
It'd be good for him.
Yeah, he's really been pining about his ex-girlfriend for too
Totally.
long.
He
Yeah.
needs to get over that lady.
And after everybody decided that things were safe and sound, we found Perel the wizard doing some yellow belt exercises with the children of the Margani Library, learning the very, very first basic forms of silent word. And then we learned some stuff. What did we learn from the Spout Lores that we did?
We learned about Hibernia, which is the land where the Fae were originally from, and also where the root of Druidism.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned that there's some trees in Hibernia and in the Everwood Valley, which have super ancient carvings of Fae language on them.
Mm-hmm. Which might be part of the puzzle in getting Perel his magic back.
Yes.
And we also learned
That Ving's mom, Ileana, that was actually her last name,
mm-hmm.
which is an ancestral name of an ancient race of people from Hibernia.
Mm-hmm.
So Ving's roots might be in the island, at least from his mom's side,
Mm-hmm.
which lends further to her the possibility of her being some sort of wizard or witch
Yes.
of the wild.
And we learned or we at least intuited or implied that the people of Hibernia, the source of their magic, came from the fact that some of them had fairy blood in them.
Yeah.
Descended from fairies in some way. And we also learned...
party subs not allowed in the atrium.
We knew that, though. There are signs everywhere that say that.
No party subs.
There's a flashback where we're talking to a librarian who's like, you knew it because you snuck it in a backpack.
They didn't say no party subs.
It says food. That means all food.
Party subs are barely food.
They're more party than food.
Doesn't say no parties, so... What did Tuck learn?
Tuck asked Amma about why he couldn't see the truth demon.
Mm-hmm.
And Amma was like, I don't know. But that might mean that you're truthless.
Mm-hmm. There's either no truth in you, some power in you rivals that of truth, or you are like absent of truth.
Yeah. So really more questions than answers. I hope that was a great payoff for you listeners.
This is you, Abdul. You did this.
Yeah, fuck you, listeners. Everyone that's interested in knowing Tuck's backstory, I'm going to drag it out for 9 more seasons.
Joke's on you. We don't even know what his backstory is.
Because he won't tell us. Huh.
And the end of that day was heralded by Farah Margani, Master Librarian, approaching the three of you, and Shia presumably, and Perel probably, to tell you that, according to her sources, the Light Guard was preparing and is preparing to march on the library, and that you should prepare yourselves for a siege. And that is where we find you now.
One question.
Yes.
What's a siege?
A siege is an assault upon
Ving's asking her.
She looks around. Do you really not know, or is this a joke?
I saw a play once called Under Siege.
Yeah, what happened in that play?
There was a guy, and all I remember, he has a ponytail, and he was pretty badass.
Okay, so no, that is not what a siege is. A siege is an assault upon a fortified location. So the Light Guard will be assaulting the fortified location that is the library. Our initial priorities will be to ensure that the Light Guard does not find the entrance to the library, and if they do, to defend the library with every possible shred of our lives. How do you three believe that you would be most effective in a siege?
I don't know. We're good at fucking stuff up.
Yeah, we're good at the fights. I spear some omelet into my mouth. And we're good at like sneaking around and like making jokes.
I've almost killed Fathom before.
You've almost killed the Chief Immolator?
Yeah, it happened a couple of days ago. He is half blind and very mad at me.
What state did you leave him in your fight?
Burnt?
Well, in that case, we can only hope that he is receiving continued medical attention and will not be upon the field. Do any of you have any military experience?
My dad was in the military?
I fought in many wars. And it sounds like a joke, but it's true.
What wars has Billy fought? I guess Tuck is interested. What wars have you fought in, Billy?
The War of Winter, the big. There was a big war that was almost as big as the War of Winter. There was the Wizard War.
You fought in the Wizard War?
I did. And I don't know, probably a few others.
I can't remember them right now. It sounds like to me, based on your previous activities and excursions, that you might be best suited to hit and run, distractions, guerrilla tactics, disrupting enemy lines.
I mean, Ving would probably be the best to deal with the gorillas.
I could talk to if you got gorillas that need going. I could be your gorilla in the mist.
I'm sure that you are all aware that gorillas are not indigenous to McCall, and I'm disappointed that you would even suggest that there would be gorillas present.
Hey, what do you get when you have 4 gorillas and you give them a gold piece, but you only ask 2 of them to come to return to your place after you give them the gold? If you only want, what do you get? What do you get if you have?
Let him do it.
What do you get? What do you get when you have? This is Ving trying.
He's trying to find a joke.
No, he's trying to remember the joke. What do you get when you have 4 gorillas, and you want to sell 2 of them for 1 gold coin. What do you get for 2 gorillas out of the 4 gorillas you sold?
Oh my god.
I don't know what.
You get a silver back. You get a silver back. 1 silver piece back. What do you get when
Wow.
this guy gets it?
That was
I'm sorry, I'm not good at jokes that I've heard from other people.
what is the expression? That was a long walk for a short drop. So the library will be undergoing its own preparations, and I suggest that you prepare for the coming battle in whatever way you see fit. You will be given whatever degree of autonomy you require to be the most effective.
If you could give us like a list of things to do, it would help us. We're pretty, like, if we don't have a goal, we're pretty loose.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty loose and hard to contain.
Okay, so what do we think the things that she says you could do for preparation would be?
Stretch.
Uh-huh.
Rest.
Oh, for prep. Yeah, we have to
yeah.
prepare, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Gear up.
Any healing herbs or like medicines we can have.
Yeah, do you have any wine wood?
It's kind of like a weird specialty item
Yeah.
that pops up here and there, so probably not.
We might have to go to like the
Someone?
bazaar.
Okay.
And
Like-
see if somebody has some of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some fucking shyster that we know, like Randy.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yeah, you would.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's a good idea. Because she would be like, yeah, we do have, our arboretum contains some medicinal herbs, but not anything that would be of immediate use during a fight.
Okay, let's try and find some winewood.
Good.
Is there a bazaar like up above in the
Yeah,
town?
yeah, there would be one in Elaine Springs, but there wouldn't be as much of a variety as there would be in McCall.
Hmm.
I'm fine with going to McCall if we try and like sneak in, like where
Mhm.
disguise is.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can get somebody to get some. Did Shia come yet?
Yeah, Shai's here. Yeah, she's been here the whole time. She's definitely less noticeable than the 3 of you.
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
Even the silhouette of the 3 of you together would be so much more noticeable. Okay, so if Shia is going to go to the bazaar for you and try and find this, I kind of want somebody to roll a Defy Danger Charisma with a +1 to determine how much she's able to get.
I guess it makes sense for Ving, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sis, have you heard of winewood?
No, I don't think so.
It's this horrible vintage. It tastes like a lake. It's new-ish to the
Mhm.
land. We technically invented it.
Okay.
And it's a healing potion wine.
What?
Yeah, it heals and it clears you of your woes, physical and mental. We need some of that wine for the siege.
All right, 2d6 plus Charisma and a +1 to that. Well, it doesn't matter.
12.
What a great roll.
Holy shit.
You got this.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll be back as quick as I can.
Okay.
I'm going to. Yeah. Yeah. And she's walking away, muttering to herself like that. Like, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. And she's gone.
Booze run.
And I will say that an amount of time later, she comes back with enough doses for like 2 per. So each of you would get 2 healing potions. But she hasn't returned. Like she won't return for several hours.
And each one heals 10?
Heals 10.
Fuck
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome.
This is a moderately paced gear up, see?
So what else?
We should probably look up stuff about the torch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, we could research stuff about the torch. Is there an autobiography of him here in the library?
That would require like the study thing that we've talked about. So if you wanted to roll a Spout Lore, you would have all of the possibilities of success and failures of Spout Lore. But if one of you wanted to commit your entire day to doing that, I'd give you the 10+. But that would be the only thing that you'd be allowed to do this day.
Is just study?
If you want the 10+.
Oh, okay.
Also, I don't think that you've used your bardic lore on the torch. I haven't. So that's a question. You could ask a question.
Yeah, gods and their servants.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What's his greatest weakness?
I don't know if there would be a text that is like, he has a trick knee. You know what I mean? But something that I think you would find in your studies and also comparing it to stories that you've already heard is that you find a text that describes the operations of the Church of the Flame and the Light Guard like 400 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, they describe somebody that sounds an awful like the Torch of McCall. the similar description of like a man of powerful countenance and stern temper, able to command the flames itself, etc.
Wicked abs. You can see them through his shirt.
Salt and pepper, old but making it work.
Yeah.
So
the kind of guy you want to grow old with / grow up to be.
Yeah. You want to be him or you want to be in him, all the kind of stuff. Yeah. So you find a reference to what you're like, this is the torch. This is weird, but this sounds exactly like the torch. And it was written 400 years ago.
Is there a picture? Does it look like...
There'd be like a drawing, right? And the drawing is like, yeah, man, that sure looks a lot like the guy that we know.
So he might be 400 years old?
Who can say?
Something's going on with this guy.
Yeah, he was already older than you thought he would be. And he's also way, way, way potentially older than you even thought.
Can I, if Perel reads for me, can I study?
Yeah, totally. Do you want to spend like a whole day studying with Perel? Okay, yeah. Perel, stick around with Billy and help him read.
Unless you guys want to do it.
No,
you
that's
do
great.
it.
Okay.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Or can I ask a question on your behalf?
Yeah.
Speak for you, so to
Yes,
speak.
please.
Does that mean she can't gear up?
Yeah, it basically means that if this is what Billy wants to do, Billy's doing this for the whole day.
What?
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what,
have
that's what he
weapons?
said.
No, you can roll your Spout Lore and hope that you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to just get the 10 plus
Oh,
without
I'll just roll.
Okay, then
Yeah,
So
okay.
2d6 plus intelligence with a +1.
5.
Fuck.
You know what? Perel did his best. He read everything aloud to me, and I did not retain anything.
Because there was a jar of peanut butter
Yeah.
in the distance that you could see.
Yeah. And I was trying to like will it towards me. But I also didn't want it that badly because I'd just eaten. So that was my afternoon.
And then eventually Billy just wanders away. Like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. And I'm like, sorry, guys. I really tried to read, but I think I was too ambitious.
What was the topic that you were trying to get Perel to help you study?
Yeah, it was a battle from 300 years-ish ago between who was probably the Torch of McCall and the orcs.
Okay, cool. So you find nothing of use
Cool.
or interest. And Perel the whole time is like, wow, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You would never believe the things that I'm reading, Billy. Isn't this cool? And you're like, looking at a jar of peanut butter.
Billy, what'd you find out? That I didn't want peanut butter that much.
Yeah.
So you failed that, and I will hold on to that.
You know when you're reading a book for school and it's so boring that you have to like hold your eyes open to like, because otherwise words don't go in, and you're just like, fucking go inside. The exam's in an hour.
And your eyes become so blurry. Like you literally blink so many times. And you're like, I cannot make out what it says. I should go to the doctor.
Actually, I think if you were to learn something, it would be something stressful.
Okay.
And basically
sure.
what Perel tells you afterwards is the account of that battle is with the Torch at the lead, they wiped out that army. Wiped them out off the map.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Was Tuck still wanting to do a Spout Lore as well?
Yeah, I'll do a Spout Lore.
Tell me what you're thinking about before you roll.
The thing that I was thinking is that the Torch and the Light Guard have tried to burn the library before, which means that there's like some information in here that they are trying to get rid of. So I want to see if I can find that information.
Cool.
Just as fucking leverage.
Yeah, totally.
7?
7.
Woo!
So interesting, but not useful. Okay. I think what you find is a handwritten book. You find a handwritten like journal basically from an old librarian who has since passed on, describing recent changes in how the church seems to operate and the way that the Light Guard operates. This is maybe from, I want to say, between 90 and 110 years ago. And you're trying to make sense of it. It's written in a kind of weird old form of Macallan. So you're like, oh my God, just be fucking clear about what you're trying to say.
Sounds super dry as well.
But what you do find are the words, and you're not sure if this is referencing the church as a whole, the torch, or the god of the flame. But you find a line that basically says, demonic influences are all but assured.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I steal that book.
You don't have to steal it. It's a library.
I steal it, I put it in my little backpack.
There's a librarian standing right next to you. That's like, you're going to put that back, right?
And I am about to lie, and then I'm like, No, I'm not.
You should.
Do something about it.
I'll tell Farah.
She's not going to do anything. She owes us.
She does not owe you the library itself.
Look, this is important. I need this.
Okay,
for right
I'm going to
now.
go tell Master Margani.
Okay.
And he turns around and starts walking away.
Cut to me in Farah's office a little while later. And she made me sit on a really little chair.
Yeah.
Just give the book back.
I need it for things.
You can study the book as much as you desire, but if it passes the walls of this library, my debt to you is paid.
Farah, I'm too dumb to study and remember the things. You know this about me.
You have done a great service to this library and to my family line, but if you attempt to steal that book, it will be on your head. This is something she cannot be convinced on.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, sorry.
And I take the book and I slam it on her desk and I'd be like, I'm going to forget everything in this book and it's your fault. And I leave.
It's your fault.
She takes the book and she kind of just leafs through it like, Yeah.
He uses his own stupidity as an argument.
Yeah, and it's not an effective one, but it's certainly a way to go about
I
it.
don't know what got her to read the information that we need retained.
What's Ving doing while Billy and Tucker are studying?
He wants to try and learn where all we were talking about earlier, how there's been previous different entrances to the library. So he's trying to figure out all the different entrances over the years.
2d6 plus wisdom. Well,
There we go.
Hey guys. Ving has been studying all these. He's like going over these books and drawing his own diagrams and like figuring out. He has them everywhere. He built a little diorama of this 3D model of all the old entrances, and then he didn't like. He just pans up and he's like reading this book, and it just says like McCollin Plumbing, which has nothing to do with the library at all. He's just been studying the wrong fucking thing. Like an idiot.
like you go to the front door and you're like, okay, there's one. Then you go to the secret entrance that you guys came to and you're like, okay, there's two. And then you're looking around like, I guess that's it. And you just a good day's work for Ving Vang Zumba.
I do love the shot of him like being like, diagram's done. And then it's like a McDonald's plate.
Yes, yeah, of a toilet.
Done. So yeah, I'm going to say that failure means that there might be entrances and exits that you're unaware of that the light guard will be able to utilize.
Sick. Great job, everyone.
Nice.
Glad I brought it up.
But to that end, we should probably do something about the entrance that we knocked into the library.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about trying to recruit the jackals or convince them that they need to be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we go to the jackals?
You could. It'll take you a little bit to get back to McCall and then deal with that and come back. But how are you sneaking back? Are you like do like between buildings, or are you disguising yourselves?
Cart merchants, cart in the cart, a pile of clothes.
Yeah, I guess we could go as cart people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the Elaine Springs,
Uh-huh.
they are different. What are they? The merchants or people? What's the thing about them?
It's like a halfway merchant town, like people that corral sandworms stop here, people that are coming from further territories.
So we'll just disguise ourselves as merchants.
Great. I was basically asking if you're going to roll Defy Danger, Charisma, or Dexterity.
Think charisma
Yeah.
with disguises?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Oh, not bad.
Plus
10.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, great. So what do we want to talk about what the disguises look like, or is it a bunch of cloaks?
Maybe you guys are disguised as museum curators, and you're like, we gotta take this mummy exhibit to the town.
Yeah, I am the mummy.
Oh, I was going to say I'm in the
That's funny because I was gonna say I'm in the mummy.
So
Everybody's fighting over who gets to be the
Yeah.
mummy.
So funny. No, I'm the mummy.
I wanna be the mummy.
And like all three of us are arguing about it. It cuts to like just a horse and carriage going down with three mummies going.
and it just gets dumped in jackal territory. Well, we're all doing our own plans then.
Yeah. A centaur that works for the library like drags you in as mummies and dumps you in jackal territory. And they're just like, oh my God. That took forever.
And we're still kind of mad at each other.
You call that a mummy costume?
Everybody's trying to lay as still as possible, being like, I'm the best mummy. That happens. That definitely happens. And you get dumped in jackal territory like an hour and a half later. You're in an alley.
You guys didn't make mouth holes?
What?
Jesus, you never been a mummy before?
Says the guy with gills. Like, you had so many opportunities to breathe. Yeah, so you're in jackal territory. You're wrapped up. There's a pile of linen bandages.
And I just call out, Jake,
You're just going to start yelling?
We're quietly yelling.
Yeah.
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, we're quietly yelling.
Oh wait, can I use my connection?
Yeah, you
Oh,
could
yeah.
probably use connections because it works with ragamuffins, but it also works with straight up the criminal element.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's using connections, and in the background, Tuck and Ving are ineffectually scream whispering, Jake! Jake!
Stop it, you guys. I'm trying
So,
to do something.
2d6 plus charisma with connections?
Yeah.
Okay.
9.
9.
If anyone wants to aid.
Yeah, we aid by scream whispering.
Yeah.
Okay. 2d6 plus bond.
It is helping.
I failed.
Fuck.
5. Do you
Mark
get
a
that
point of
mark?
experience. And so with the 7 to 9, you have to settle for something close, or there are strings attached.
Can we do strings attached?
Yeah. How does Billy get the attention of the jackals?
Well, I am still loosely covered in linen,
Yes,
and there's
you
like the teens that we beat up
Uh-huh.
who are like manning a rundown saloon-looking building,
Mm-hmm.
and they see us, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "Hey, it's cool. We're not here to beat you up this time. We're just looking to talk to Jake."
And they take you, I guess, into maybe the saloon that they're standing outside of.
Yeah.
And there's the saloon's called the Stray Dog. And they take you into the basement. And lounging on a stack of crates that has been made to roughly look like a throne is a rangy young man with his face hidden behind a black painted dog mask. And he thinks it's really cool. Yeah, it's like painted black. It's got like the gold lines for the eyes and all that. He goes, "What has brought you to the here?"
What? Sorry, I can't understand you with that dog mask on.
He tilts his head up a little bit so you can see his mouth moving underneath the mask. "What has brought you before me, Jake the Jackal?"
It's a little distracting, that mask.
Would you mind taking it off?
Yeah.
"I cannot, for beneath this I am disfigured from the many battles that I have fought."
Ugh.
We'll give you 5 coin if you take your mask off.
He takes it right off.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a regular kid, like 20-year-old guy underneath. Dark skin, really short hair. It looks like he cut it with a knife. "What's up? What do you want?"
We're here with a job.
"Oh. Well, we're always looking for new clients."
Do you know who we are?
"I have an idea, yes."
Ving holds up one of the wanted posters. This is us,
That's supposed to be you guys?
right?
I know, terrible pictures, right?
Not great. The Light Guard do not have great artists. That's why I wear the dog mask, because I figure they might as well just make me look like a scary dog. But yeah, what do you need?
Well, you know that big hole that we carved in your territory?
I do, yes.
We need you to plug it fast, because the Torch McCall might be coming for that plug.
The what?
Yeah. There's some big things happening in the city right now.
And if they get in through that hole, there's going to be like a lot of bad stuff happening for all of McCall.
Light Guard's coming for the library.
How does that concern me?
I mean, Light Guard's hard enough to deal with now, right?
Uh-huh.
Imagine McCall without the library.
The library has done nothing for me. I live in a McCall without the library.
Well, I want to roll a kind of...
He's going to help you. You're just taking the wrong tack. He wants
Oh,
money.
right.
That's the only thing he cares about. He doesn't give a shit about the library. The Torch is bad enough already. He doesn't care about that.
Okay, I'll try another tack.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're from here, right? You're from the sticks.
Yeah, so?
So, like, you know how bad the Light Guard is up here.
Yeah.
So you're just going to roll over like a fucking dog when they come to take over your territory?
No, if they come here, we'll fight. I'm just saying, your war is no concern of mine.
Should we just pay them, or?
Yeah, we should just pay him.
All right. How many coins do we have?
I'm not telling him that.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, 1 second, Jake. Huddle.
I mean, we have 234
Okay.
and 2 wooden tokens.
What if we give them 100 coins?
Yeah, 100 coins pretty good for this kind of a job, I
What do
think.
you think? Or is that too many coins?
What about 75 coins and we get rid of their library fees for them?
Oh, that's a good idea.
They
Okay.
don't have library fees.
Okay, let's go. We get back into the huddle.
Okay. Just they don't have
That's what happened. That's what,
Yeah.
Jake hears it.
I've never been to the library.
damn it, we're whispering too loud again.
I guess he already heard us he heard that we have 234.
100 coins sounds like a good way to go.
Okay,
He says,
so we turn back to him. And Billy is our negotiator.
In exchange for your services to make sure that the light guard do not get in through the hole, we could offer you 100, I look at them, coins.
Deal.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Holy
Wow.
shit. That was easy.
But
Yeah.
when this shakes out, if you make it, you tell everybody you know that it went the way it went because of Jake the Jackal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine. We can
Well,
lie.
Everybody.
You know what? We'll write a song about you.
Don't make me write the season end song about this dipshit.
Nah, I'll write it.
I drag a little bag of 100 coins over.
He starts counting it immediately. All right, get out of here.
All right. No light guard in the hole, right?
I'll do what I can.
Nobody in the hole.
I'll do what I can.
Are you able to call our carts back?
No? What? What do you mean?
Never mind slowly wrapping mummy wraps around it.
Yeah.
You do have to walk out of the jackal territory dressed as a mummy.
Yeah.
Tuck is carrying Billy like a purse with his wrappings.
Just
Or a
arms and-
backpack. Yeah.
Arms
Yeah.
and legs swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, baby Bjorn, here we go.
Yeah. So 3 hours, basically 3.5 hours after you leave, you return to the library and you have the assurances of Jake the Jackal and his jackals that they will try and keep people out of that hole,
Okay.
Cool.
which means that it will be not impossible, but harder for people to get in through the secret entrance.
And maybe Tuck's like, don't roll over for the light guard speech did something.
I like to think it did.
I like to think it
Yeah.
cut back to him.
We cut back to the basement of the stray dog, and he's like sharpening a knife, just looking into the distance, thinking, nah, that speech didn't do anything for me.
And then we go to the distance and it's a stack of 100 coins.
He's just crying. It's beautiful. I like that you guys have finally been forced, after all this time, to just pay somebody.
Yeah.
You can't convince him. He's just like, money. What would convince you to help us? Money.
But what about
Money.
Okay, maybe not honor then.
Okay, so yeah, you return to the library.
Is Shia back?
Shia's back too. She's got a case of winewood.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
Can we cut back and see her interaction with the guy that sold her this?
It's Randy.
Is it Randy or is it Colonel Dan Derglot?
Oh!
I was wondering if he would come over here. I don't think he would have the fucking stones to cross the Sea of Graves.
Not on purpose.
He's a fucking idiot, though.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
I was brought over in a tornado.
What if Randy, his connection is Dan?
Yeah, that's what I was
totally.
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, don't worry, I got a guy who will get you all covered. And then he goes to some motel, and Dan's sitting there with a bunch of cases of wine.
And Dan has a hook hand and like long Captain Hook wig.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He's got buckles on his shoes and like short sailor
Oh,
pants.
God. He's really pirating it up.
He's got that, well, because he was wearing like a naval officer outfit when you saw him
Last
with the Crystal Bay Pirates, and now it's just dirty and wrecked. So he just looks like the bad guy from the first Pirates of the Caribbean in the second Pirates of the Caribbean when he's all gross and scraggly.
Barbosa?
No,
Oh, the
Colonel Norrington or
Okay.
Commodore Norrington. Randy does mention, I got a guy, elf, real piece of shit. He hooks me up. And yeah, she comes back with a crate of bottles of winewood healing elixir, enough for 2 doses for all of you. And it tastes just as gross as it's always been.
Ugh.
Age has done nothing for this wine.
Just tastes like sediment.
Ugh.
A little bit of grape.
Tastes a little bit like Goldstream Park.
So that's that's what we've got so far. Some information, a couple failures, the jackals keeping an eye on the hole, and some healing potions. So anything else that people want to do?
I guess gear up.
No, when you say gear up, what do you mean?
I mean, like, put on my chainmail shirt and silver greave. Like, get into, like, Tuck fight mode.
Mm.
Ving gets his bandolier together with all the different elements
Mhm.
and gets his one chainmail glove that he got from the tomb.
Oh, yeah. What's Billy gearing up with?
Tons of throwing daggers.
Rocks.
Definitely rocks. Handy slingshot. Oh, the knife that we got
Oh.
from last time.
Yeah.
The poison
That's
dagger.
right.
Yes.
Ooh, poison dagger.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
yeah.
Shia comes up to Billy while everybody's preparing, because she saw you fucking around with that knife.
Yeah,
And she has a little vial with her that's got this like milky white liquid in it.
because I've opened the knife and then all this like stuff came out. I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to scoop it back in.
No. Leave that out, Billy. Leave that
Oh,
out.
okay.
You can use this.
Ooh, what is this?
This is some of my very own venom. And if you get even a little bit of that in somebody's bloodstream, you'll paralyze them.
Sick. Okay,
Yeah.
I squeeze it all in there.
There you go.
Cool.
So yeah, Billy's got 3 doses of a paralytic poison.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
3 swipes. I'm also going to practice my sleeping spell.
Oh yeah. Cool. On who?
Burrell.
Pearl's just been sitting in a chair for like an hour while Billy practices this okay,
Yeah.
again. Do it again.
Okay.
His eyelids are like fluttering. He's trying to keep his eyes open.
Yeah, I wave my hand over.
His eyes droop. No, I'm still awake.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Do it again.
More flourish and some fairy dust comes out of my hand, like little lights. I'm like, ooh. Burrell.
You've got it. Okay, that's fun. So yeah, Billy does like a little twinkly thing, like little twinkly lights come out when he does his
Yeah.
fairy dust.
You just have to do like a little wave.
Nice.
And I'm backing up to see how far away I can do it from.
Yeah,
Cool.
you get it from like a pretty good distance at one point.
We're like, I'm way across the library
Mm-hmm.
screaming, are you asleep?
You scream, "Are you asleep?" And you see him just fall sideways out of the chair that he's in.
Yes.
What's Ving doing?
I want to do something with the spear. I want to make it siege ready.
Yes.
Maybe change it from wood to ironwood, I was thinking.
Oh, so sick.
Flame proof.
So wood to ironwood, do we mean that you are making an ironwood spear, or you're trying to convince your spear to change itself to
I
ironwood?
think I'm going to try and convince my spear. Commune with the whispers of my spear, all the spirits therein.
Oh, so communion of whispers, is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Right, because you want to change it to ironwood. Because it could also be a kind of thing where we have the potential opportunity here to like awaken the spear in some fashion,
Yeah.
potentially giving you some kind of magic item like quality to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Maybe it strengthens the familiar bond that I have with the spirits contained within the wood,
Mm-hmm.
thus making the family tree stronger and
Yeah.
more sturdy.
Totally, like further strengthening your bond with the weapon itself. Like I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense too, since there's all those runes carved onto the spear, that you would have like more of a connection with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now that my sister and I basically share this spear, it's become the family is being more. I'm bringing the family back together,
Totally, yeah.
strengthening the family tree.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to use Commune of Whispers to hang out with the spear.
Yeah.
Nice. Plus my wisdom
Mhm.
is 10.
Perfect. So what
Sweet.
happens on a 10 plus with Communion of Whispers?
The vision will be clear and helpful to me.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, cool. So what does this look like for Ving? Like I imagine he's just sitting in a room, spear across his lap,
Mm-hmm.
trying to commune like he has a million times before.
And when he got it back from Shia, when she brought it back, she had repaired it
Mm.
like the broken sword of Cram. So it being broken and brought together like a kintsugi
Mm-hmm.
ooh,
situation
yeah.
to show that our family has been broken up, but now they come back together and we don't hide from those cracks.
Mm-hmm.
We show them, and there's veins of ironwood going through all throughout this wood.
That's
of the
so
spear.
cool.
Cool. Yeah, and you feel your spirit like reaching out in a way that it has so many times, feeling this like loneliness as you're like, I am the spirit walker. It is just me. And I'm connecting with these spirits that I am familiar with and comfortable with, but they are not me. And now you feel the spirit of Shia in the distance. You connect with that. You feel the spirit of, you presume other members of your family. You can feel these points of light across the planet.
In the back, way up in the back of my feeling the spirit, I feel the spirit of Cloudpiercer
Yeah.
Wow.
circling.
Yeah. You feel that your spirit is connected with other living people for the first time in a really long time. And your bond with this weapon has grown as a result.
My bond with those people has grown stronger,
Mm-hmm.
and with the spear.
And maybe he can feel Billy and
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
Yes,
Tess
yes, yes, yes,
too?
yes.
I would
Yeah.
love to. Oh, that can I add?
Yes,
something?
please add.
Well, in this commune of whispers, Ving takes an ironwood, because only ironwood could affect ironwood, and carves in common Tuck and Billy onto the spear.
Oh,
And then when he does that, he hears like 2 more rhythms added
Yeah.
to like this like spirit connection.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like Tuck and Billy.
Yeah.
In the same way we're talking about our silhouette was just this lone skinny silhouette, and now it
Mhm.
fills out into the family silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the spirit connection reach out to Perel momentarily before going, maybe not.
Maybe just at Christmas, maybe.
You feel the pulsing of Perel's spirit in the distance as well.
No! Don't cheapen the connection that we have!
I mean, obviously not as strongly.
Sean, nothing personal. Perel's not in this family.
Please. Cool. So I think that there is mechanically a thing that we can do to give you that benefit, because that's a really cool idea. And I like the idea that your spear has sort of been added to over time, and now this is another addition to it. I think that we could either add like the forceful tag, which means that when you fight people, you can narrate like bashing them away.
I like forceful.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Great idea. The triumvirate of Billy, Tuck, and Bing has been strengthened spiritually.
Cool.
Anything else that people want to prepare?
Well, I don't have a weapon really. I kind of just have the waning knife.
They have weapons here. You could ask for one, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be Terry, Larry, and Chad.
I guess that's fine. I'll just grab an axe from like the armory.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of lame. It's like the haft is metal, and then the head is like really too like cleanly moon shaped, and it's got a little spike on the top, and you're like, ugh.
Ah, fuck this. And he tosses it. This is stupid. And he just grabs a giant hammer. He
Cool.
grabs a war hammer. He's just
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to be with a different axe.
I just feel so wrong.
Yeah, it felt gross when he picked it up.
Yeah. So you just have a huge hammer with like a big stone head on it.
Yeah,
Cool.
but he has the waning knife. So he's put the chainmail half shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the silver greave on his forearm
Cool.
that he got at the end of season 6. And he's tucked the waning knife into the strap of the greave.
Yeah. Is that sort of the end of preparations for people? That is a day's worth of shit for sure.
Yeah, totally.
So the sun sets on your first day of preparations. The first of 2, the first of 1 days before the light guard actually marches on the city. No one's quite sure yet. You go to sleep, I suppose. What are people doing? Like, are people able to sleep comfortably?
Billy is gonna sleep under one of the study desks, but he has a very fitful sleep.
Yeah.
Lots of old dreams,
Mhm.
memories coming back.
Ooh, such as.
Wars,
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Having little war flashbacks.
war flashbacks.
Whoa. I want to see a flashback from the War of Winter. I don't know what that is.
That's so cool.
War of Winter is
Oh.
really cool.
I was thinking this is like a millennia ago.
Mm.
War between the elves and the druids.
Awesome. That's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
cool.
When the druids were leaving the Everwood Valley and heading up north.
Was Billy fighting on the side of the druids or the elves?
Yes, on the druid side.
What was going on?
The druids were smaller folk, and they were being pushed out of the lands by the halflings. And so they were migrating up north, and they didn't really know what was up there. So they just followed through the trees, and that's where you will find some of the markings of the druids on their way up.
Mm.
Whoa.
And they thought they could take cover in the forest, but they ran into, I guess, like the dark elves up, like up high north.
In the land of the midnight sun.
Yeah, in the land of the
Oh.
midnight sun. And the elves didn't want anything to do with any practice like that. So there was a huge war, and it went for the entirety of the winter in
Oh.
darkness.
Cool.
Maybe the winter lasted longer than any winter before or after.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh, God.
So does that mean that the druids originated in the Everwood Valley before migrating to like Hibernia?
No, they came from Hibernia,
Oh, okay.
and they came down like to the Everwood Valley.
Oh, and then they were pushed out of the Everwood Valley.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they were always like in the trees, like in the woods of
Mhm.
the higher elevations of the Everwood. But
Yeah.
the halflings don't like anyone
Yeah.
coming, so eventually they were forced out.
Cool.
Cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like the idea too that the runes and the carvings in the trees that are found in the Everwood Valley and
Yeah.
up through on the way to Hibernia are all mostly magic of protection. And
Yeah.
like some of them are booby traps, but
Yeah.
lots of them are.
A lot of protection, a lot of hiding. The fairies and druids from Hibernia, like they were able to shift between like their physical beings into like the nature that surrounded it, which also the halflings did not like. They didn't trust that. But they wanted to live freely, so they went up north, and the elves didn't like them at all.
That's classic elf. Like they're 100% just about the elves.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I like the idea that the dark elves are called that because their forest is dense and it's hard for light to get through, but they also live so far north that it's dark for a long time sometimes.
Yeah.
They're basically snow elves.
Yeah, and the elves, they like really relied on nature for their like well-being and their practices and stuff, and they thought that the druids were like an abomination of nature.
This is how they manipulated
Yeah.
it, seemingly,
Mhm.
rather
Yeah.
than they didn't understand how much of a part of it they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
like
that
I
one.
was thinking that I don't think there are cities in the Great Forest. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the elves build in there. It's just
Mhm.
like we live where we live.
Yeah.
We live where the forest allows.
I also, what you were saying makes sense. That we're saying like druids have been known in modern times to be half elf. So that speaks to me of a union. There was a marriage and an initial, like a treaty was struck
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
an elf princess and a druid prince
Yeah.
that came together in union, and then they would be able to shape from there. Or
Yeah, and
something like that.
that's how the war ended.
Yeah.
Was like neither side could win.
Cool.
So it was set up as like a treaty.
A shaky treaty
Yeah.
marriage.
Mhm.
Whoa.
So that's why like a lot of like the elves still don't really get along with that part of like druidism.
Yeah. Because some of the elves were alive for that. They remember that.
True.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That would have been right before Shithane was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like maybe some people still alive, or it's only like 1 or 2 generations removed.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, yeah. So Billy's had a fitful sleep with his flashbacks. It also doesn't help that the library's in like lockdown mode.
Mhm.
Off mic, we described it as like emergency sorting.
Oh,
People
yeah.
are like, okay, we'll sort this later. They're just shoving shit into the ironwood shelves so it's off the ground.
closing them.
Yeah, closing them.
Clang, clang, clang all night.
Yeah, you hear the like, it's just ringing through the library, and librarians are fucking rushing everywhere.
It's like shell attacks. You remember in World War II,
Yeah.
like the shelling is meant to like destabilize people
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
so there
yeah.
is a bit of that.
Yeah. What are Tuck and Ving doing as Billy sleeps underneath a table somewhere?
I was just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
that's
I like
fine.
that's a great, like, Billy's having fitful war flashbacks. Ving is communing with his spear, and Tuck just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, communing with my spear is a euphemism. Ving's been staying up jerking off all night.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I have this demon book
Uh-huh.
that's got
Oh.
demons K to N.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could look through it. Who
Is there?
knows?
Can I see if there's anything useful in there?
I mean, it depends on what you mean by useful.
Like, cause the
Do you know a demon that starts with K to N?
Yeah, the torch of
The torch of Nicole. The torch. Oh, that was so fast.
Oh man. Okay, let me look up. Don't look over here,
I'm
please.
not.
Anybody.
Well, I mean, the Tuck's motivation is that, like, he found that book that said demonic influence is assured about the torch. And then when he gave it back to Farah, he looked in his backpack at the stolen book, and then he was like, right. And then he cinched it up, put it on his back, and walked out, and then tried to find a hidey hole to read this book and to see if he could find.
Can I just stop you for a second? Maybe something Tuck would think about is the rest of those books are also here.
True.
You don't just have to go, like, if you're like, man, I
Oh,
really
but they're
hope the
all-
thing I
Yeah.
need is in this one.
They're all under lock though.
Okay, fine.
No.
Oh, what?
Jess,
Oh,
no,
no,
not
oh,
yet.
sorry.
That's fine. She's right. They're all getting locked
No,
down.
we
so-
do have
Tuck's
full.
trying to do it before the lockdown happened.
He's running through the library. Stop.
There could be a librarian just like standing there waiting for you to study. Like,
Please.
Yeah, and Tuck's just like, I'm sorry, I'm a slow reader.
I will say that since I said you've already done a day's worth of shit, if you do this, it means Tuck's going to be underslept tomorrow.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So he's like, he remembers the thing from the notebook that he
Mhm.
gave back to Farah about the
Demonic influence, all but assured.
all but assured.
Yeah.
So he's trying to find the demon that is influencing the Torch of McCall.
Yeah, he's
in
reading,
these
just
encyclopedias.
going through all these books, being like, does any of this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, 2d6 plus intelligence.
Fuck.
that dice is cursed.
This one?
The
The white one.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay, well then it's blessed.
Break the
Bye.
curse.
2d6 plus intelligence.
Oh, broken curse.
Yay!
That was
Baby.
cool. That felt good because we said it was cursed.
Ooh, baby. Okay.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Yeah.
You got a 10. Ooh, baby, baby.
So let's talk about some things that Tuck thinks could be happening, and then I will tell you one that I think could be happening.
Okay.
So he's looking through all these kinds of demons.
He's wearing his nerd glasses.
Yeah.
He doesn't care anymore. This is too important.
Yeah, so he's got his little bifocals on the end of his nose.
They're bifocal.
Yeah.
He's near and farsighted.
Oh, no. And they've got like a chain that is like a beaded
It
chain.
hangs
Like
down
an
the
old
back.
lady.
Totally.
He's been borderline blind this entire time.
That's why sometimes when he goes to hit somebody and it's a really easy roll, he'll totally fail.
He just goes right in front of their face because he has no depth perception. Wait a second, I should have hit you.
Ooh, you are quick.
Okay, so what are some icons? Because we know that that's what demons are.
Mm-hmm.
Are icons possessing people. What are some icons that Tuck thinks they could be?
Like the torch might be passion, law. Fuck, help me out, guys.
Power,
Mm-hmm.
monarchy, force.
Like destruction, like withering, like when fire burns. So
Mm-hmm.
Consumption.
Consumption, maybe
Mhm.
even just fire. Although fire's in the natural world, so
Right.
it
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
any
It's
icon.
all human concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So passion, destruction, power,
fear.
fear.
That's a little strange. Stretch.
And you spend hours going through these books. It's like 4 a.m. You're blinking sleep out of your eyes, and you get to the end of the volumes, and one word sticks in your head.
The
The first word in the book.
And that is what you get from your result on a Spout Lore.
No.
No, fine. You decided to jump on what I was saying, so tap, 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 and we're done for this week. Thanks, everybody. See you in 8 months.
oh no, Tuck's dead.
Tuck died. Oh, shit. One word sticks in your head. Zealotry.
What does that mean?
Zealotry, fanatical and uncompromising pursuit of religious, political, or other ideals. Fanaticism.
So he flips to the end of the last volume.
Yeah.
To find the demon of the icon of zealotry.
Yeah.
Can I glean useful information out of this section? Because it was a 10 plus on a Spout Lore.
It's true.
Yeah. I would say that you think about, because what your theories have been that like the God of the Flame is a demon and maybe the Torch of McCall is a warlock.
Yeah, connected to him.
You think about all of the things that you've heard about the history of the Torch of McCall and the history of the Light Guard under the Torch of McCall and the environment that he has stoked in the city through the Light Guard and through his unit. And you think if he's not a warlock, then the Torch of McCall might be a demon of zealotry. And through his connection to the idea of fanatical religiosity, might have connected himself to the God of the Flame and stoked zealotry through his work. So the city of McCall has become more fanatically religious over the last 60, 70 years.
So what we thought it was the God of the Flame working through the torch, taking over the city. It's the other way around.
It's the Torch's zealotry feeding off of the godhood of the God of the Flame.
like a parasite.
Yeah.
So maybe the God of Flame can be called upon in some way.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Or has the demon of zealotry affected the God of the Flame in such a way that he has become this zealous icon? Like, has the power of zealotry affected the God of the Flame as well?
It's corrupt. It's potentially corrupt.
And that makes sense because the demon of zealotry has been gathering all the other demons.
because he knows that as a demon, his only weakness is other demons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in being this demon of zealotry and having to connect himself to a god, that demon has made its vessel the perfect tool for that religion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he is this like right hand of the God of the Flame through his connection to his zealousness.
Yeah.
Oh, just like a sweet old man would be a good vessel for truth.
Yeah. And that would explain to Tuck, at least, where this power of fire comes from, because it would make sense for the servant of the god of the flame to have this power.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think the power would be connected to the fact that that he could be a demon. It's connected to the fact that he is a demon of zealotry for the god of the flame.
And in his mind, when Tuck reads all of that, he's like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy.
And that's where we're going to end it for this week. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
And playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Goodbye.
Thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. Incredible as always. And thank you to all of our amazing supporters, you folks around the world, supporting us online at Spout Lore most places, including patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com. Spoutlore.com.
We have a new website?
Spoutlore.com. I had to pay. It's cheaper, but it's more confusing. /money, please. Catch you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
I'm going to just take one more read on that last line.
Sure.
Feels like too wordy. I'm going to kill him. I will kill him.
I will kill him.
That's just Tuck in the room.
Yeah.
I will kill him.
Yeah, and he's starting to say
Sorry.
lot now. It's like,
I will kill him.
I will kill
No, he's like, wait,
him.
I will kill you. And then he's starting to do his like last confrontation. End of the road, torch.
I'll
Time
see.
to put this fire out.
This town's not big enough for both of us. Clink. Clink. He's making the clink sound with his mouth.
Yeah.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Are you two still awake?
Dad, we're too excited!
You'll be tired at Mockery Manor tomorrow, and it's bigger than ever, so you really do need to sleep.
Daddy, tell us about the new expansion!
Okay.
Yay!
Once upon a time, there was a wonderful place, Mockery Manor. Everyone loved it, but sometimes it felt lonely.
Aww.
The manor longed for a companion, so they built a whole new park right next door and called it Claytonville. And it was the rootinest, tootinest place you ever did see. Yee-haw! Hop on board the brand new Mockery Railroad all the way to Claytonville. Toot toot! In Claytonville, there are 4 cowboy lands to explore. Lasso a goat in Farming Valley. Kiss your girl's best friend in Lovelorn Town.
Stop it, Terry!
And in Cowboy Christmas Town, hop on down to the Bluegrass Grotto to meet Cowboy Santa. Ho down! And are you brave enough to ride the wildest ride in Claytonville? Look out, it's the 4 Spurs Mine Train.
Yeehaw!
Are you sleepy now, kids?
Yes, Daddy. I can't wait to go to Mockery Manor and Claytonville.
2 parks in one and only $19.99 for a family of 4.
And how about you? Yeah, that's right. You, listening to this. Are you ready to come back to Mockery Manor? Season 3, available now.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.